everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Horticultural Hails. To start with, this week I'm going to be showing you how to sow runner beans. This is really simple. And if I just get a pot, sorry. These won't be ready for another, as in once sown, these won't be ready for another about 3 weeks. I say they'll be germinated in 3 weeks. So as I said, sowing runner beans. I'm also going to be doing French beans. It's quite simple. I don't know how well this is going to come out, but on the seed, I don't know, but on one end there's 2 circles, and the other end there's nothing. So where you have this, as I said, where you have this white bit, one side of the white bit will have just a line, one side will just have circles. Again, I don't know whether you can actually see that, but so for this one it's this side, and you always want to put it so the circles are down the bottom. So this one, the circles are this end, so I'll put it down this way. For pots, all I've done is I've just filled a pot up with compost. I've had to mix another batch. This is exactly the same as I did before, just a mixture of compost and a couple of handfuls of sand. And then all you want to do, once you've realised which way it is, if you do sow them upside down, they will not grow very well, if at all. Because they'll grow upside down. So what you want to do, once you've determined which way it goes, you want to push it in with that end down, and just push it straight in, keeping it vertical. You want it vertical, as close to the centre of the pot as you can, just then it gets maximum spread. And just push it so it's about depth of your fingernail, so about centimetre half down under the soil. And then just gently push around. With these, if you do, once they come up, it'll look like they have their seed, or the inside of their seed pushed up. That's fine, that's normal growth. So they're in. And that's it. That's all you got to do. Alright, I've got another 19 pots to do for split between French and runner beans. So I'm going to time-lapse through them really quickly. And then afterwards, we'll be doing possibly what I'm going to now dub as a time-lapse montage. So now I'm showing you something quite special, something I haven't shown in any of the episodes yet, has been in most of the episodes. It's what's under here. This is a homemade rhubarb forcer. So what this does is it excludes all light from rhubarb, causing it to grow much straighter and much more vigorous. So stuff like this, I don't know if you can see that, this is only about 2 foot, whereas this I've been keeping an eye on is nearly out the top of the bin. This has been in here for about a month, and so when you start to get lots of growth, you want to take the lid off, and then this will just allow them to come out and just get more nutrients in here. So all I want to do is just show you as I uncover it. So I'll chuck this down here for now. So what you're looking at is just more vigorous rhubarb growth. So these are at least 2-3 foot tall, and these are fine. This is normal colours of forced rhubarb. So now I've reintroduced light, these will then colour up much better, and these leaves will now spread out and come like these leaves down here. So they'll now turn into these, and this is much longer, and it's only taken a month now. Instead, these have been a month growing. This stuff is the same plant as this, and in contrast, doing it this way produces a lot more, a lot quicker, and then by just reintroducing the light about a month later, it then just causes it to green up. Now I'm going to be doing some peas. So now I'm going to be doing peas. Again, this is quite simple. These are early peas, which I'm going to be sowing. So these will be up in July. That's not when they germinate. And all you want to do with these is draw a drill a full width of the hoe, about 1 inch deep, all the way along the stretch you want, and then when you put peas in, put them in 2 rows but stagger them. Put them about 2.5 inches apart, and then stagger them in between and go the full length. I'm not going to do all of this now, so that you have, I don't know how well you can see this, but then you'll have 2 rows of peas, the whole length of the whole width of the bed you want to sow them in, at the right width. And I think I'll time lapse through the rest of these. Yep. And that's it. That's what we're gonna do. And then just cover these back over with the soil. And if your soil is a bit dry, as I've done, just give it a really good soak beforehand. So I thought I'd do a quick update video on how things are going in the greenhouse and outside. So pretty much everything in general. So these are tomatoes now. These are growing. These are really growing. These have been, as I said, these have been in since episode 1. These will be in the next couple of weeks. These will be in. This cress we did off camera. And all we did with this, so I'll bring it out, is we've just put a bit of cotton wool on the bottom, and we just scattered all the seeds on top, and then I keep watering them every morning, and then by the weekend now, these will be up, and we'll be cutting these at the weekend. What else? We got these dill. The dill are going massive now, and this little tick bean is still here, so that's really nice. This is the parsley. This is growing pretty much as good as all the rest of the herbs, same as the coriander over here. These are doing really well. Courgettes, these are looking really healthy. They're starting to develop their second leaves. These are the leaves. They'll look like the actual finished leaves at the end of this, when they go out in the garden. Sorry. And then these are the rest of the courgettes, apart from some over there, which are a little bit behind. These are the rest of the black beauties. The peppers are yet to come up, but I'm not expecting them to come up for another couple of weeks at least. These are the tomatoes. The rest of the Marmandy tomatoes. Again, these will be in a couple of weeks. Also off camera, we planted all this thyme. And this is brilliant. All I've got these spare tubs, and I'm going to keep these on the patio so we can literally just jump out of our, well, not literally, you can get our house and just pick some herbs to use with dinner. And as I've done with this, you can do these in flats as long as you've got a tray and some compost. You can grow these in windows, in flats, on patios. So, and another good one, as I said, is cress. Because all you need is a tub, some damp cotton wool and some seeds, and they'll grow. Going back, these are the melons, these 6. This one's looking a little bit weary, but these are doing really well. They'll probably be in next week, maybe in a couple of weeks. These are the rest of the courgettes. As I said, these are a little bit behind. And these are the Uchiki curry squash. These, I don't know why, but as you can see just here, they're getting brown parts as if they're dying. I don't know, that's because I really didn't water them that much once I potted them on, or whatever, but I've been watering them every morning and they're starting to perk up, but we'll see how these go. And these are the chilies you just saw me time-lapse through. This is the final result. Those are the cucumbers. These will be going right on this frame underneath there where these weeds are. They'll come out. But those will go under there. And these are the runner and French beans, still yet to come out. So coming outside, we've got on this row here, a along here we've got beetroot. These today have started to come up. I don't know whether I'll be able to show you some. So this here, don't know how well you can see that, but that there is a beetroot. These all along here will come up. They've literally, as I said, started to come up today. Those are on the bean canes. These are the carrots. These are yet to germinate, but I've still got this netting over them. I will be putting a net over the beetroot over there, but I'll sort that out afterwards. As you just saw, these are where the peas are going, and I don't know how well you can see. These are the lettuces. I'll give you a quick look. The lettuces are doing lovely, and again, I don't know how well you're going to be able to see this, but in here, these that you can see in here, these are all radishes. These are coming up. They'll be ready to eat in about a week. These are the broad beans. These, I've got a couple of rows of these in. They're growing really well, but annoyingly, they're getting a little bit of flea beetle, which is again slightly annoying, but they're that big they should be able to handle it. And in the last few days, my main crop potatoes have started coming up. So we've got mixed here, the couple of mixed that are over there. We've got this row along here is one row of main crop. That row over there is another row, and the coloured potatoes over there, and the end row I'll take you to quickly. These are all coming up. This row of potatoes are actually, they're doing really well. These were the first lots I put in, and they're already, if I just scoot down here, some of them are already this big, and this is brilliant. These were my first lot in, and luckily they have finally come out and come up. Sorry, but annoyingly there's going to be a frost tonight, so I'm going to have to cover them with soil. But yeah, that's everything as it stands now in the garden. Thank you so much for joining me on this week of Horticultural Hails. If you have enjoyed this video, please leave a like on it, and please, as always, subscribe. And join me next week for another episode of Horticultural Hails.